Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Shooting the Shelf here on the Just Shelve It channel. I am Jesse Arnold, and with me is my stalwart co-host Curtis Ackerman. How you doing tonight, Curtis?
I'm doing most excellent.
Ooh, fantastic. We got a lot of folks popping in the chat over there. Welcome all. And if you're watching us on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in for that. We've got a couple of great guests on the show tonight, so let's not dilly-dally. Let's get right into it. Please give a warm digital welcome to the one and only Sherri Cook from Four Horsemen Studios. Welcome, Sherri.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Happy
being
to
on.
have you.
We appreciate it.
And also from Four Horsemen Studios, Bill Mancuso.
Hello, everybody.
Billy Man.
Yay!
What's going on?
Just hanging out on a Sunday night. You said morning, Jesse? Is it morning for you to just wake up?
No.
Yeah.
It's just, all right, Curtis is going to get mad at me for saying this, but it's actually something I picked up while I was in South Africa. I just
I'm not gonna
loved
get
the
mad.
way the people there would say good morning. It just the accents and everything. It was just very sweet. And I just started saying good morning all the time, no matter what time of day it was. Little fun thing to confuse people, or maybe, hey, maybe you can reset your day for the rest of the time, with a fresh start, no matter what time it is.
Works for me.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Sorry, Curtis.
The funny part is we've only done one show in the actual morning, and on that one he said good evening.
Got to keep people on their toes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, welcome to the show. First up here at the beginning of the show, we do a thing called shelf selections, where Curtis and I have picked stuff off of Instagram, whether it's artwork, customs, painting, whatever sort of photography, different things that really got our attention. So we'll just jump right into that.
Yep. So first one is mine, and this is Toysology. This is a new Instagram that I found that he does a lot of like action figure poses. So actually like putting them in different poses and stuff, and then walks you through it. So I got a couple slides here. So this is kind of the front slide. And then when you go into it, it's got like all these details about how to like twist the waist, how to twist the arms, whatever, to get certain motions for, you can see like counterattacks here, placement. I just thought this was really cool because that's something that I've never really been good at, is like most of my collection is just standing still. And so, I thought this was really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
this
cool.
is.
That is,
Oh, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are really cool pictures. I like those are nice.
Yeah, this is great. I'll do that. I'll really get into this account going forward, because I'm usually, when I'm trying to post stuff, like I'm like coming from like drawing background, that I would like pose myself and try to like figure out how to make the figure get into that same pose. But this looks like
I was
got a
gonna
lot
say
more
that's
good advice.
I was gonna say that's good reference for drawing dynamic poses here. He does a really good job there.
Yeah, and I actually reached out to him right away, and I asked him if he'd want to be on the show, just kind of talk through, because he's got several of these like different tutorial type things on his Instagram. So he actually is going to be on at the end of January and talk with us. So that'll be fun too. So I just like this aspect of the show where we kind of find people that we didn't know about before and kind of learn their story. So so that was my first one there. And then this one is Jesse's.
So this is from Cloud Network. Folks should be familiar with her work in the Cabal and all the chats and everything. But this, I thought, was a fun picture with the new Valiant Knight and Lucretia. Just kind of this ominous, low down shot with her coming up on the knight. So I just thought that was really cool. And the colors are fantastic.
Yeah. That's nice too.
Yeah, I like the kind of clock from the Red Death just sitting in
the
the background, and
there,
and then the blurring the front with the knight and everything. So and then the Lucretia's kind of more in clear detail in the background. So And then just the lighting, you can tell that she lives near Trevor because you got the blue lighting in the background. So.
Oh. Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Yes.
This is my next one here. This is Nolan Collects, and it has a very kind of World of Warcraft vibe to it. I just, if it's kind of hard to see on here, but if you look at that, it's got from the torso into the head, it kind of color shifts from like yellow orange up into kind of a darker red with some like war paint on it and stuff. And just kind of a mix of parts between, looks like you've got, maybe some Arethyr parts, you've got some Vorgus 2, you've got some Gorgo 2, just a bunch of different stuff in there. But I thought this was well put together.
These figures are really customizable, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Pop and swaps and all that kind of good stuff.
Pop and swap? What's that?
Yeah.
Bill, have you not heard of the joys of Mythic Legions and Four Horsemen Studios toys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mystic Legend?
Yeah, Mystic Legends.
That's really cool colors on that.
Yeah.
I'm used to the green orcs, the Fury orcs, and the gray orcs now with Xenothon and everything. But the transition here, where it's got multiple colors going into it, is really cool.
Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, and the flag in the back there, the Cabal flag. Nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm back. I dropped out for a minute. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I like the sword, the flame. Yeah, I just that's I like the transparency of the sword, the flames, and the shield. It's awesome. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Right now, Sherry, from real quick question: did you paint any of the original stuff from the parts this figure is put together with?
Good question. I may have done the shield.
Okay.
I'm not even sure. Let me see. It's hard for me to see. It's a small image.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Especially, you're on your phone too. So
I know Cameron painted the blood armor.
Yeah.
I think you painted the shield, Sherry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have painted the shield.
Yeah.
Awesome.
On it. It looks yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This next one is Jesse's.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So this is Black Magic Customs is Giovanni Bly on Instagram. I guess he had something.
Nice.
Curtis was telling me last week where he started uploading stuff and it just like merged everything from his Facebook over or did something. So it looked like he was just posting tons of stuff. But not even sure what this head is, but I just love that kind of sugar skull, kind of vibe it's got going in the face paint there. It reminds me of a comic book from a while back and everything, and just the combination of the flat black with the shiny black on the body and everything is just pretty cool look. Yeah,
I like the way that's split with the kind of the makeup on one side and just really intricate paint job with the webbing and stuff. So you did a really good job with that.
Sure.
And I did not know that was his new Instagram handle, so I'll make sure that I add that.
At least I think it is. I feel really bad if I'm saying the wrong person, but I thought that was him.
No, it looks like it is. You're right, because it says Giovanni. So
okay,
cool.
Yeah, that's really cool looking. I like the little tinge of red in the hair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially since the figure is all this kind of like you were talking about, Jesse, like mix of flat and glossy black. And then you have that one little thing of red that really, kind of pops because everything else is just so black. So
yeah. Like even the flesh part of the face goes kind of monotone almost when you're looking at it, just with the way it's split and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. This is next one was mine. This is a Musing King on Instagram.
Yeah,
And
it's super cool. She's
he's
beautiful, and the color's nice.
oh, I think yeah, a little bit of a delay there, Sherry,
Yeah.
but that yeah. So this is Musing King on Instagram. He does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So you can like see like how he set up this shot in the snow and all that. So yeah, check out his Instagram if you haven't. But just kind of a really cool, Hoth scene there that I thought came out real well.
Yeah, that's cool looking.
Don't take this the wrong way. It makes me want to put long pants on because I wear shorts year round, but this picture makes me feel chilly and want to put on like full length pants.
Yeah,
it works definitely.
All righty. This is Jesse's next one.
All right. So this is Rob J. Arcee on Instagram with Juno and a couple of the timber wolves from Hasbro. Again, outside shot, animals. It's pretty cool. Pretty fun shot. I love it when they can photograph stuff in nature and it feels like appropriate scale and like it could be right out of a movie or something.
Yeah, I like the outdoor shot. A lot of people use those wolves for sure. I do not have any, but I've seen a lot of them in there. And this is a Mythic Legion figure I actually don't have. I've been kind of looking for one, but have not gotten Juno yet. So, but yeah, it looks really cool. I like it.
Yeah, that's nice. Those are the timber wolves.
Yeah, the ones from Snake Eyes, right, Jesse?
Yeah, the gray one came with the commando one, and the white one came with like the newer tactical looking one or whatever. I can't remember what the names were.
Yeah, they look good all together.
Yeah, I've got each one of each, the gray and the white, with my House the Noble Bear characters. I keep saying Hasbro needs to do like a 3-pack, like a brown one, a black one, and a gray one or something like that, just to get more of them out there.
Buy it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Somebody in our customizing studio today was talking about getting one of the Snake Eyes sets and just taking it out and trying to sell the Snake Eyes. And it seems like that's what everybody does. So yeah, I think
the wolves, a
2 or 3 pack of the wolves would go pretty well.
You could put them with Wolverine. You could put them with, there's so many different things they could be used for that they would sell.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're gonna,
at least until Four Horsemen does a set, and then forget about it.
Yeah, we'll need to talk to Eric about doing some like dogs and cats and stuff. Like do some little animals that aren't necessarily mounts.
And do a whole set of all little animals together as a accessory set.
Yeah,
totally.
And here's my last one for the week. So this is Squall Works, and I had this up last week. He had done the blue and gray Batman over here on the right side, which is kind of a color scheme from the old Batman Returns line from Kenner, where they did like all the different Batman variant colors. And then this week he came out with this gold one, which I thought was even better. So, I just really love that line. It's one of my favorite lines growing up. Just all the different, you had this exact same Batman figure that they recolored.
All of it all together.
Oh, I think that was from the last one as well. But just, I don't know, all the different colored Batmans where they kind of use that same buck and recolored it a million different times. For some reason, it just really spoke to me. And so seeing this as kind of a tribute to that is really cool. So,
yeah,
that's really cool. And I thought, didn't they announce a 5-inch like Superpowers version this week as well?
Yeah, the gold one. Yeah, absolutely. So I made sure I ordered that right away. So, and then last one for Jesse.
All right. So I can't remember who's the the company behind the Red Sonja. We've got Red Sonja fighting a T-Rex, and
Yeah, I like the gold.
We'll have to like give it a second after we're done, and then just hang out here for a second.
Sorry, Sherry. So this is Toy Pick
That's
Community.
delayed. Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's just a little bit of lag, Sherry, a little bit of delay. So it's not terrible, but there's just a little bit of delay.
I'm lagging tonight. Okay.
It happens. Don't worry about it. But yeah, just the T-Rex and the Red Sonja, just the way the tree is broken, like the fresh, you can see like the fresh breakage. I'm doing the thing with the mouse again. I'm pointing over it. You can't see where my mouse is. Just the drool like flying out of the T-Rex and everything. And I just thought this was a really cool shot where, the heroes kind of centralized, but they're not like the focus of the shot. And I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, my eye went straight to that open mouth.
Yeah. It looks like there's actual like, I don't know, spit or something like flying out of it. I'm not sure if that's like spray effects that they used or if that's photoshopped afterwards, but yeah, it's really cool. I was actually trying to see if it said where that Red Sonja is from, because I remember seeing that, but I can't remember the company either, but I'm just not seeing it on Instagram offhand. But yeah, a really cool shot.
I hope she wins.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it looks like we got a super chat from Rob. So we'll pull this up real quick. There's one customizer in the Cabal that made a cool custom based on a character from his. Oh, okay. All right. Super chat said promote me.
There you go.
Arnold Jesse
Yes,
sounds
Rob.
familiar. Who's that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And no, she's not standing directly over the computer here. All right. Well, that was the
of Jesse
shelf selections for the week.
Yep.
Thank you very much for that super chat, Rob.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right.
So, how's everybody doing this week? Good.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
It's been like we had such a. It's been crazy for so long going up to Legions, and then after that, and then it was Thanksgiving. It was just like kind of not life was just nonstop for a very long time.
Yeah.
And now it's back down to normal, which seems like nothing's happening, even though it's still a full workday.
Right.
So it's like we had the Toy Con was this weekend, and I usually go to that every time, but I was like, I'm conned out.
Yeah,
It's
just need a break.
Exhausted. Just wanted to do nothing for the weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I've been like that for a while, and apparently I'm like.
No, you're good now.
You're good now. You're all caught up. Oh no.
Maybe not.
Oh no, we spoke too soon.
But yeah, I could see what you mean though, Bill. I mean, you guys get back from Legion's Con. I mean, you do the intern.
It's been strange. It's almost like recovery time or something.
Yeah.
Technology.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you guys had intern followed by Legion's Con, and then, pretty much like, right into the holidays, and then you got the Jacob Marley drop, and it's just been, back to back to back. So
very buzzing around the office.
Yeah, I could see kind of needing a little bit of a break. So cool. So go ahead.
Real quick before we dive into deeper topics, Rob again with another comment. Does anyone feel the holiday spirit? Does it feel off to me? Like it doesn't feel like Christmas is around the corner. I know Curtis has dived in hard into holiday movies for quite some time now, but how about you guys? Are you feeling the holiday spirit at all?
I still am living Halloween, so yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's a good one.
Halloween all year for me. See my Halloween lights up there still.
Oh, nice. It's your Lego skull.
Yeah,
No,
the big
that
Lego
works.
head skull there. Creature from the Black Lagoon stuffed animal next to it.
Oh, nice.
Just decorated Chris's room.
Oh yeah. Sherri said she decorated Chris's room with giant spiders.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, like
I
over the
did.
weekend?
Yeah, this past week he was, his weird hours. He wasn't in the other day, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
well,
And I
a little bit of a decorating party.
don't think he came in, or we would have heard a reaction.
Yeah,
Does he not like spiders?
no, they're giant spiders all over his office, plus
Nice.
other things.
Nice. I
There's
hope you guys get a video of him walking into that.
literally
Uh-oh.
massive.
Yeah.
They're massive. I caught them before they
Nice.
went into the dump. Yeah, they're pretty creepy looking. Oh, and there's little
Awesome.
ones too. Joe
Nice.
took a
Hopefully
whole
we'll,
bunch and threw a whole bunch of little ones in.
Nice.
Yeah, I hope you guys get a video of him walking in there and see his reaction. That'd be great.
I think everyone has enough video of Chris once a week. We don't need any more.
That's true, too. That's true.
You guys see that once a week, that Four Horsemen o'clock thing, but it's all the time like that around the office. That's not an act.
Yeah. It was, it was interesting because last year I was at intern and Chris was sick. And so I didn't really get to see him. Like he was kind of, under the weather the whole time. And so I was like, oh, maybe it's just kind of a show, when he's on for Four Horsemen o'clock and stuff. And he's not really normally like that. But then I was at intern this year and he was in full Chris mode. And yeah. So last year was just an aberration, I think.
Yes, it definitely was. Yeah, and then this week with the his hobo beard that he drew on his face. I don't know if you get to see that. His Emmett Kelly hobo clown beard.
Oh, it looked like it was flocked. It looked flocked on.
Very
much
did, Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the old 12-inch GI Joes with the fuzzy hair. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh man.
So kind of, can you run us through like what, like you said, it's been really busy, but Legion's Con for you guys, like, are you able to get out and see anything, enjoy it at all, or is it just kind of busy the whole time?
Oh, I didn't work the booth, so I was lucky. But the guys working the booth, like Diego left for 5 minutes and it was pure chaos. It's just, it's like the guys running back and forth, restocking stuff, and the line never ended. So that it was crazy. It keeps getting bigger every year. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. We're going to have to hire a temporary staff to help out just for Legion's Con. It's crazy.
Well, at least I know next year is in the same location, so it can't get too much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't, expand like way huge. And then because what's next? We're at renting out Radio City. It's.
Yeah.
Looks like Sherri's about to say something.
Yeah.
I thought Sherri was going to say something. And
giving her a second.
Yeah.
I
get to enjoy myself.
Yeah, I mean,
can you hear me or no?
Yeah, you just got a delay. You may want to try popping out and popping back in. Sometimes that'll fix it. I don't know if it will or not, but I know that I've talked to a few people that did not, have tables, that weren't exhibiting, that were just, kind of looking at stuff. And they said, even like just trying to focus on hitting all the tables, they just weren't able to do it. Like there was just so much that it wasn't possible. So yeah, I mean, to your point, like if it gets much bigger, I just don't know how you're going to be able to get all that stuff within the time frame that we've got.
Yeah. in
So
2 days, it's already like you can't see everything. I was walking around just saying hello to everyone and asking everybody how the con was going for them, which is everybody across the board pretty much is like, yeah, I'm doing great. Everything's, and I'm selling a lot of stuff. It's like it was really cool that, because there's the worry that everyone's going to go to the Four Horsemen line and then gone.
yeah.
So like, and no one, like, because they all get in the line for that. But it was really cool that everybody, like, I was talking to I don't know if you guys saw the wine topper guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was talking to them for a while, and they like had no idea how this was going to go, and they're having people were coming up to them, and like I even seen other people like, hey, did you see the wine toppers? Like showing, like it's like cool because it's starting to get where different things are. It's not just figures now.
Yeah.
It's other tangential things related
Right.
to it, like the wine toppers, and like so it's really cool that it's slowly expanding to more things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those guys were at ToyCon yesterday. They didn't have the Mythic Legion toppers, but they had different characters and a whole bunch of other like stuff they made. It was cool to see like the rest of their display.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It was, there was a lot of new exhibitors this year
merchandise.
too, and on top of like the wine topper guys, there, I know Arthas was new, that his table did really well. There was the
Good.
Euro Legions guys had their own table for the first time. And, so there was a lot of folks that, were kind of new for exhibiting, and all indications were everybody did well. But I mean, I think Jeremy did the math and said if you were to spend 10 minutes at every table, you would spend the entire con just going from table to table, and you would just get done. Like you could get to every table, but the max you could spend is 10 minutes.
So did Jeremy say he was going to add Friday to the con? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, so far he's been kind of balking at that idea. So, but I wouldn't be opposed to having another day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people that would like another day to see more tables.
Yeah. And man, I tell you what, G-Con that was amazing. The whole like Diego coming out with his outfit and all the reveals, and man, that was cool.
Yeah, I didn't get to experience G-Con. I was finishing Ziri.
Yeah. That was a work for sure.
Yeah, Dan and I were working on that.
Yeah, that was right down to the last minute. Yeah.
Did you get to walk around much, Sherri?
I did. I walked around quite a bit. And next year, I think I'm just going to stay there, so I don't, so I can have the full experience.
Stay at the hotel.
And
nice.
Yeah, just going to stay there. I mean, I don't live terribly far from there, but once you go in and out, it's just nice to be fully there. That's what I'm looking forward to. And yeah, I did walk around a lot. I saw a lot of people that haven't seen in a while. And just the tables were phenomenal. And for me, it was like mind blowing, just exceptional, and the good natured people. I don't know, like everyone was just having a fun time. And just great vibes. So, it felt spacious to me. It didn't feel like some of the conventions, it felt, it felt good. So.
Yeah, it definitely had a lot more room to move around like between the aisles than what I felt last year did. Last year felt very crammed. Even once they found the air conditioning controls, it still was very warm last year, but this year wasn't bad at all. So
this year we had a lot of light switch leaners.
That we did have that. That's true. But, yeah, that is a fact.
So you mentioned working on the Ziri, Bill, and I know we had you guys had the Kurzog last year. So Bill and Sherri both, how cool is it to see things you've worked on in smaller scale come to life in such big, realistic ways, and to see all the reactions to them and everything?
It's cool, like seeing to send out I got Eric's files, the original figures,
stunning.
and I had to manipulate those for the statues that we did. That Dan and I worked on those, and we had to send them out to another printer because they're huge. Like we couldn't print. Like the Thygar, for example, from his torso up and his arms, his torso up to his neck was one piece, and then his arms were one piece, and his head was a piece. Like we don't have printers that big at the office because we're only printing, and we've got printers that I think a foot is like our max size bed. So it's just cool to have stuff that's so big, and you get that when you first that thing arrives in the mail, or actually Dan went and picked it up. It was a printer out in Queens, and he brings it to the office, and it's this giant scaly torso. And you're like, oh man, you kind of like, it takes you a while to really absorb what is going on.
Well, I mean, last year we got the Kurzog, which is huge. And then, this year we got 2 of the Cosmic figures.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm kind of figuring next year has to be Figure Obscura. I mean, you did Mythic, you did Cosmic. It's got to be Figure Obscura. And I think, what better than to have a headless horseman? You need
a whole horse.
Yeah, you need the horse and the guy and the flaming pumpkins that actually are lit on fire.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah, that would be great.
Light that up. Put all the lights in that thing. At the flaming skull and the hooves will all light up and everything.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Right.
That sounds awesome. I would love to see Neve.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
You could do it. You could.
Well, speaking of Nieve, you got to go up there and help present that one, Sherri, after doing the paint work on there. And that I know Jesse has said, and I've both said that's our favorite figure of this new wave. And you just absolutely killed it with that paint job. So, can you talk to us a little bit about that figure and what it was like, kind of putting that together?
Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
She's talking. The audio's
For me,
not coming through.
like going
Oh, there we go.
backwards and is just everything, because otherwise I think I've said this before. I usually paint them in parts, pieces, and it just brings her to life, and the skin are put together, revealed. she's something, she's really beautiful. But there's something about her, but I don't know. I mean, I know when we look at things, we can project things onto them, but I think she's got a little less. Yeah.
All
With
right.
her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she just came out phenomenal. I mean, the sculpt is great. The paint job is great. It's, she definitely looks like a badass, and I just love the fact that it's a 1.0 build, and that we've got that in Mythics now, a female 1.0 build. So yeah, it came out phenomenal. So, and then the fact that, she was in that display case holding the Legion's Ladies flag for the whole time, that was pretty cool too. So, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jesse.
No, I was just gonna say, I think just the fact that character came together the way it did, seeing her in the display, like I cannot wait to get her. I'll have to wait till I get it in hand, but she might be my favorite figure in the whole line at this point. She might kick out Thistlethorn. I don't know. It'd be very close tie between them. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for her and just all the characters in that wave.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like Thistlethorn too.
Yeah.
He's just a cool little dude.
I just got my first one this weekend, so
Oh,
I
wow.
had not had him before that. But yeah, he's really cool. So, yeah, I mean, the rest of the wave was really cool too. I mean, obviously, you know, you come out with the emotion of the tributes that you guys had, you know, with the whole, you know, Michael and Brad thing, and the Exiles Under the Mountain, and then you bring out this huge giant bear, of course. You know, but yeah, I think that Nieve stole the show, at least for me. I was like, that thing just blew me away. So,
Yeah.
cool. So what, like, obviously you guys have both been working for the studio for quite some time. You want to just kind of tell us kind of a little bit about your background and how you got started with the Four Horsemen, and what is it that you do?
I'm the guy that does the things.
That does the things. I actually saw that under your name there.
Sherri, how's how's Sherri's connection?
I can see her.
I can, yeah, I think that answers the question.
Can you hear me? Or
Yep.
am I lagging still?
Yeah, a little bit of a lag, but we can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you.
Lagging.
Maybe she caught up and we're all just waiting.
Okay, so Billy, are you gonna?
No, I was gonna let you tell your story.
Right now, or
You can hear you.
story? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me? I for Todd McFarland, and they told me about a paint opening at their studio, and I went, and did not get the job initially. Someone else got the gave me asked me to work for them, and I've mentioned this before. It's kind of funny. My paint supervisor, two guys, and the two guys told me, I later found out jokingly, that the other person got fired for asking too many questions. And I didn't know anything about toys, action figures, Pantone numbers, paint chips. So I really kind of had to just in a photo paint master, which was gray, and they told me to copy the photo master.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to do that pretty quickly. I can remember wondering how they made some colors as I could to get their color, and then realizing that most people just mix paint simply, and I was overworking it. But yeah, so I worked for Todd McFarland did everything from sports member, Infernal Parade, painted movie figures, music figures. And then came to the end of that and had a little time off, and decided I wanted to meet the Horsemen. I had heard about them. And so I gave them a call, and they were busy. Anyway, I went in and saw there's just, met them and compared war story, and they asked me if I wanted to do some freelance work for them. And at the time, I think, they weren't even sure if they'd have enough work for me to be full time. Eric was doing all the paint work. He gave and Jim used to prime things and used to base coat things. We got through a lot of product, back then, and I would do the detail work, the portraits, and all of that. So that was Masters of the Universe, DC. You know, their lines. And then, yeah, I've been with them since then, and that was quite a while ago now. I think maybe, I don't know, 2009-ish or something.
Okay.
Okay. And it looks like we got,
So
I know it's most recent to our hands that you worked on was the
that's
Jacob
my
Marley.
backstory.
Yeah, I actually haven't gotten mine yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I just got one yesterday, so I was exciting to open that up when I got home.
Yeah.
Those chains are crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're pushing our factories to
They're
their
shipping,
outer
so-
limits of what they can do. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten it in hand yet, but just from the pictures that I've seen, I mean, I know you guys do an amazing job on the paint masters and stuff that you do, but the factory, the way that they're able to recreate what you guys have done and produce at such a high level is pretty impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, in the toy industry, we see a lot of, you know, things that are shown as prototypes that from companies that aren't exactly what you get when
Right.
when
A little
you
bit
get
more
it in
paint
hand.
on the prototypes
Yeah.
than when you get in the box.
Right. So the fact that what we get in hand is very close to what you guys put out there as the paint
Yeah.
masters is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
try
they're-
not to dupe you.
Right.
What we show you is what we are striving to get in your hands.
Right.
And the factories do like an amazing
That's
job.
great.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So besides the guy that does things, what exactly does that mean? And I know you've been with the studio for a long time as well, Bill. So can you kind of talk to us about how you got your start and, you know, how you became the master of all the trades?
I wanted to be a comic book artist. I went to Joe Kubert School, cartoon
Yeah.
graphic art. And then after there, I went into an interview with this design group that was hiring, and they did a lot of stuff like video game cabinet artwork that went into like Chuck E. Cheese. So this is a long time ago, but there's like Fred Flintstone artwork on video game cabinets that were in Chuck E. Cheese's and a lot of games down the shore here in Jersey. And so I was doing that stuff, but it just so happens that design group was hired by Todd McFarlane to do his toys.
All right. Okay.
So I was hired to do that work. And before I started there, Eric was hired to do sculpting for McFarlane. But but he had to finish college, so he wasn't there yet. So I was there for like a week, maybe 2 weeks by myself. Because it was all just people in the front office and me in the back doing the artwork. And then Eric shows up. So it was the two of us. And Jim was a freelancer. Him and his partner were, I think Jim prototyped the Spawn Mobile. Him and his partner. And then so he would come in and like do work like that. And then like about a year later, this other guy moved from Indiana to go to Joe Kubert School as well, and heard about a job he could have at McFarlane Toys. And then this big guy shows up, this most jovial Santa Claus guy you could ever meet, told us a story about how he got his nickname Corn Boy.
Which
So
actually has nothing to do with Maze, which surprises me.
Funnily enough, nothing to do with Maze.
Yeah.
But so it was just the four of us working at McFarlane Toys were the full-time people there for a while. And then I left and went freelance, and I had done a lot of stuff for Toy Biz and Palisades and Mattel and Hasbro and all that stuff. And then, as you know, they left a couple of years later and started Four Horsemen. So I've been working with them freelance for years, like from the beginning, even before they were a separate company. We've just always been working together. So there's a lot of what I would do for them a lot was about half of a large portion of Masters of the Universe and DC figures is my sculpts. Like Eric would sculpt a half a figure and then send it to me, and then he would start another figure and I would match what he did. So there are literal figures that are half a face that is his sculpt and my sculpt, and this arm is his and this arm is mine, that we sculpted. So it's a lot of that went on.
At that time, you guys were still sculpting in clay, right?
In clay, yeah. So
okay. So he would sculpt half of it in clay, and then you would have to match it on the other side.
Yeah, he would mail me the clay.
Yeah,
I was living in LA at the time, and because when I left McFarlane, I moved to the West Side.
West Side.
And and then everything was mail and email at that. When we started, there was no email because usually when you finish a project, you take your photographs and you email it to your client and they approve it. Back then, you'd have to physically have pictures printed, go to the photomat, put them in an envelope and mail them. I used to mail a lot of stuff to like Toy Biz. It's funny. I have like rolls of film in storage from all that stuff. But yeah, so then I moved back from California. Well, there's a little bit of a more story, but long story short, I moved back to Jersey and then just started freelancing at in-house at Four Horsemen, and then just became an employee. And I do a lot of I don't do a lot of actually currently I don't do a lot of the Legion stuff. I do a lot of the stuff that other companies that we do for other companies.
Gotcha.
So like I painted a lot of the Meta Travelers stuff. When we were doing a lot of Super 7 stuff, I was doing a lot of sculpting and painting for Super 7. So, and in the last 6 months, our other coworker Dan and I have been working on the Thygar, the Ox Crew diorama, and the Ziri. So those projects took like 6 months to do.
Awesome.
That's
really
cool.
So like now Eric goes into ZBrush and he just turns on the symmetry tool. And what you're saying is you used to be the symmetry tool.
So yes, I was the human symmetry tool. Literally, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I took Eric's files and altered them for the wine toppers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you basically just turned them all into busts then for that?
Yeah, because you got to chop it down and fill in stuff and find that good spot where to cut it so it's not goofy looking.
Right.
Make necks for them.
Are you the one that works on the bust for intern as well? Like
yes.
Gotcha.
Eric will send me his files and then I'll alter that. All the Ziri and the Thygar statues, I sculpted all that. If you look at the Thygar, it's not just like the toy sitting there. Like I re-sculpted his torso and arms and head, like because there's his whole body is twisted and its neck is looking the other way.
Right.
I had to sculpt the whole neck. I had to sculpt all the joints.
Because you're basically changing it from an action figure to a statue.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did all that stuff. I gave Ziri that little snarl.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. I saw her through the window waiting in line as the sun started to rise yesterday.
Oh, at Toy-Con, yeah.
She was in the window. I was like, oh, there she is. Just that little sneer on her lip is just like,
yeah, she's not messing around.
No. Definitely not. Beautiful.
Well, Bill, I know you put together what became the Unknown one. If you obviously not asking for spoilers, and if you can't answer this because of things coming out, however you guys need to dodge around this, but what if there was a figure you could see that like worked into the lore, what faction would they be? Like what kind of character would it be? Mythos or cosmic, either way.
I'm sorry, you're asking if I were to do another one?
Like if you were, yeah, just to make a complete character out of scratch, what sort of thing would you want to see?
I love the sci-fi stuff. I'm like the mythic legions are awesome. I love that fantasy stuff, but like sci-fi is my thing. So I would probably do a sci-fi stuff. And I'm loving the is it the Ox Crew stuff? I love those suits they have. And like the cool thing Eric did was those aren't like all the same suit. They're different shapes of people in the same style suit, as if like this person that was fitted for this size suit, like they're all different. It's awesome. Like that would be what I would do, is a cosmic character.
Okay. How about you, Sherri? If you had your designs to do whatever you wanted, mythic, cosmic, or even figura obscura, what would you want to see?
Might take a second.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not really sure. It's funny because trying to think. I like tin toys. I like robots. I like the what are the little kaiju, I guess it's called. I can't remember what they're called. I like some, I guess it would be something human, but with a twist like that, just kind of, I like creepy. Put it together. That's I don't know. And then the same thing, like I like crocodile. And you know what I mean, like reptiles, and so I'm not. And I mean, I have some odd things in my room, my space. And so I would put something together for the line, to fit into the line. But I like kind of creepy, powerful, strange.
That works.
Whatever that would be. Yeah,
that totally works.
Sorry.
I like
Can
that.
you hear me?
Yeah, we're good. I like that you guys have started incorporating more kind of accessories to it. I mean, this Jacob Marley, obviously you got the safe, you've got some books, you've got some like I don't know, work cases or whatever. Obviously the Ox Crew thing, they've got their, little accessories and stuff.
Tools. Yeah.
And then you've got the, the clock that got added with Red Death. And so I like all these like extra things that we're starting to get. I mean, I'm not a photographer by any means, toy photographer. But it is nice to have that kind of stuff that, you can throw into certain shots and stuff. I mean, we saw today the one that Jesse pulled up from Cloud that, just had that clock in the picture. And it's like, it's just like one extra little piece that kind of brings that shot together. And I hope we get more of that. Like, that's, all those kind of ancillary pieces.
Yeah, that's the goal. When you build out the worlds, like, when the company started, you only have, if you notice, like a lot of it was the same parts reused and repainted, because you don't have the money to put into all these new tools to make. So you slowly build it out from there. And we're at the point now where the Marley is like almost all new stuff. There's a very couple, like his thighs are new, or are the old pieces, and like I think everything else is new.
Right.
Yeah, his thighs, his upper arms.
No, the upper arms are new because they're to fit the jacket. Like there's separate shoulder to go with his jacket. Those are new. Yeah, it's like that's what I mean. Like you're expecting it to be, they have a shirt arm, so they'll just use that. But Eric's going the extra mile. There's like the company's getting to the point now where we can put a little extra into new parts and little extra, accessories and the clock and all. So it's nice to be able to do that instead of reusing the same stuff over and over again. It's like,
and to your point,
you were kind of forced to do that.
Yeah, I mean, even with the like this last wave, you've got like the bare-chested barbarians, where Eric said, yeah, this is a bare chest just like we've had in the past, but it's a new one where he's added more kind of skin texturing and things like that. And so it may look like you're saying, it may look like the same piece that you've had in the past, but it's actually a new updated piece that is a little bit more special when you see it up close.
The original was hand sculpted,
right,
in clay, and this one all digital. And that's the thing too, is like all those original ones, all clay.
Yeah.
That's how long we've been doing
it. That's cool though. I mean, because he had even mentioned at G-Con just kind of like just some of like the veining and the just the skin texture and things like that. So getting to that level of detail on this stuff is pretty cool. And like you said, obviously the more successful the line is, the more you can spend on tooling and do stuff like that. So that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, just over the last few years, I mean, getting mounts, like that was a huge change, and then, now we're getting all these extra animals. You got a moose, you got a bunch of horses, you got now we got this big yak ogre figure and a bear and everything else, I mean, slog. Like, who would have thought, like, what I'm saying? Like this big giant alien meatball guy that is like, yeah. And he just weighs a ton. Like you pick him up and he's like a child,
Yeah. Just to cradle him.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool stuff. Jesse, did you have something there?
Sorry. No, Van typed spider monkeys, and my brain was having a nightmare for a moment.
Spider monkeys.
Because I wasn't picturing actual spider monkeys. I was picturing spiders that had monkey parts, and it was bad. Sorry.
Your brain kind of went.
Yeah.
Mashed the two things together.
Yeah. What
about you, Jesse? Let me turn that question around on you. You get to invent something for the line, cosmic or mythic. What do you put out, or what do you recommend that they put out?
I'm gonna sidestep that and go with Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf for figure obscura.
Okay.
I want doesn't have to be like a little child, but like a smaller, shorter human female character, and a maybe not as big as the bear, but a wolf, big black wolf to go with her.
That works.
Get the basket with all the stuff for grandma, all the different, the foods, the snacks she was bringing, with the basket that opens and, the red hood and everything. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I dig it. Yeah.
Beauty. Yeah. If I was going to do one, it would be the one that I was hoping that we would get for this last wave, which is a gnome 2-pack. So a female and male gnome with a bunch of parts so that you can mix and match armor and weapons and stuff like that. Just to create some more different scale, because I love the variety of scale within this line. Like it's, if you collect certain other lines, like, Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe Classified or whatever, like everybody's the same height. Like they're all like, and I like that this has like some height variety. And I would like to add just kind of one more little, the smaller gnome scale to it. I think would be cool.
Yeah.
So.
I discovered something today. I'm not saying no one has done it, but I haven't seen it because it does look a little weird. But I put the pointy dwarf night boots on the knee peg of the Dragool body because I was going to make that dwarf that I sent you, Curtis.
Yeah.
So Curtis, he painted up this head a while ago and sent it to me. But I put these feet right on the kneecap, like the gnome kits from Wolf King, and it just made him that much smaller, which was kind of fun. But it looks a little weird because then there's no knee joint; it's just thigh and a boot. But
he just got thick legs. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, it's you had to really heat the feet up to get those pegs to fit in there, but it worked.
I bet.
Yeah. Very cool. So what about Bill, you had said that you kind of worked on some other lines and stuff. Is there a toy line out there, maybe one from, when you were younger, or just one that you've appreciated over the years that you think would be cool for Four Horsemen to get their hands on and work on?
I mean, wow. It's funny, like mine goes to like Dungeons and Dragons, but we're kind of already handling that genre, right? Because NEC is doing those, so it's kind of pointless. I don't know. That's a good question. What one of Clash of the Titans?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Like I love that line as a kid.
Yeah.
But again, it's sort of the same genre what we're already doing.
Right.
So it was weird. I mean, I don't know.
What about you, Sherri? Any other toy lines that you've seen or can think of that you think that would be really cool for Four Horsemen to get their hands on?
I'm not really sure about like going backwards with things, like for me, I'd like to see something just continue with the I'm trying to think if there's more. I mean, for me it was Barbie and all of that. And I like the female figures. So
Yeah.
Four Horsemen tackles Barbie. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Got a few answers in the chat here. We got Rick Jones saying Micronauts.
Micronauts.
We got Conan the Barbarian.
Kind of did that already.
Specified a literary Conan the Barbarian.
Conan the Librarian.
There you go. Figure Obscura Kraken says confirmed by Bill there.
Yep. I've confirmed it. Smurfs. Yeah, I'll confirm that too. Four Horsemen Smurfs.
Some funky robots for Cosmic Legion.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Joe says Xeria Space Barbie.
Well,
I mean, it's right there. I mean, because the Legions are already so customizable, pop and swappable, and you got C. Jessam doing those awesome soft goods that the factory's doing a great job. So you could have your Legion of Barbie or Barbie's Legions or whatever ready to go, because then you just put out new clothes and then different accessories for the pop and swap.
Yeah,
it's there.
And we kind of already did Conan the Barbarian. All this stuff for Super 7. We did those.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Asterix.
Yeah, I mean,
Tanya says steampunk figures.
I didn't click it fast enough.
And then we got Asterix.
Oh yeah,
the presidents. So there you go, a whole president's line.
A president's line. Well, like the
presidential
Lincoln's vampire slayer type stuff, or like straight presidents.
I don't know.
Because I think
pack in a couple options to make a variety of it.
Right, you do, yeah. Because I think if Four Horsemen were going to tackle presidents, it would have to have that twist to it.
No, we lost Sherri again.
Four Horsemen SWAT Cats. Four Horsemen Labyrinth. So yeah, got quite a few different things there. I don't know, that president's one. I mean, think about it. That's 50 figures right there. You can knock out pretty quick. So
you just do them by era, like certain clothes, like you do like a figure and have like 5 different heads, per
bunch
time
of different
period.
heads. Yeah.
Yeah, if the Abe Lincoln one doesn't kill vampires, though, forget it. I don't even want him.
I saw someone did that with a Headless Horseman, I think. I saw someone do
I saw that
Abe Lincoln vampire hunter this past week.
I saw that at Legion's Con. Someone had that there. Was it a Lens booth?
What was it?
It was the Abraham Lincoln, the vampire hunter.
I haven't seen that. Maybe it was, but
I saw
It was
that somewhere at Legions.
I think it was the first Headless Horseman figure, like the original release Horseman figure, but someone had done or made a Abe Lincoln head, and he had like a stake in his hand and everything.
That sounds like something Nathaniel Armstrong would do.
Maybe that's where I saw it.
You know what? It could be.
Yeah. We've got Figura Obscura Orville Redenbacher.
Orville Redenbacher and what's his name? KFC dude.
Oh, the Colonel.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Colonel.
Yeah,
they fight vampires
and make and cook.
Yeah, the options are endless.
Yeah.
Oh man. Cool. I mean, what else you guys into besides, obviously we love the toys and stuff, but, what do you guys do outside of work for hobbies and stuff?
Sherry? I just feel like I'm doing all the talking and Sherry's connection is bad. So we're like trying to work. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
My connection is bad. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. So yes, I got to work on my connection. Maybe that'll be my hobby. Just awarenesses, and I participate in some ceremony that way. That's outside of work. But for the most part, I don't know. I like decorating, eating, hobbies. I don't really think. God, I love to read. And what else? A lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sherry, can I throw a question? Since you mentioned stuff about indigenous awareness and stuff, is there anything you feel from that could work into maybe a figure obscura and be,
I guess that's it.
Sensitive to the culture, but still accessible as a figure?
Okay, so wait, you're talking about indigenous, someone else, like a Native American, I did a freelance paint job once for someone who had sculpted and I'm not really the sculpt was a horse with an indigenous mascot, and I don't know that the tribe ever gave permission around that. It just got complicated, so I'm not really sure. Maybe meeting with some chiefs, but there's a lot of chiefs. I don't know. I mean, there's Mattel just did a Native American woman, a historical figure, and then this grandmother that I know, I guess there were some people that were upset about it, but I know Mattel, has the legal department, and that they got permission from someone to do it. So what I do know is that things like clan systems, totems, like skin or bear mask, or all of that. Like, these things aren't necessarily specific to North American, Native American. You get because back in the day, the clan system was a system, so that you didn't marry, intermarry or whatever. And that's everywhere through our system, the nature-based stuff, all of that. So honestly, I'm not really sure. I would love to see something done, but done in a good way. So
Right.
yeah, I think about this a lot because it would be awesome to see good things happen with it, but I'm not sure
Yeah, I
how
mean
we would go about doing it.
yeah, I mean one of
So,
the cool things about the
I
figure
have
obscura
some
line that I've
this.
seen. Sorry, one of the cool things I've seen about the figure obscura line is that it is, at least for me, and I know several others, it's helped to kind of educate us on some things that we may not have been aware of, like like the Krampus figure. I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about Monkey King. So
Right.
it allows us to kind of see something from some of these other cultures.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's some myths in a lot of cultures that are kind of
Cultures.
unexplored in
Yeah.
these other cultures from from an action figure perspective that you could probably do, and then have Jeremy do one of those amazing write-ups that really helps to teach people about this kind of stuff. So that would be where I could kind of see something like that. But I don't know enough about the lore of some of these other cultures to know what the opportunity would be, but I'm sure there's something out there.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me. Sorry. No, we're not talking about the dragon, Rick.
what
Yes,
about
I
you?
will confirm the dragon in
Oh yeah, for
2025.
sure. Yeah,
Whatever you bring up, I'm
yeah, I
going to
would love to
confirm
see
it.
back.
I'm sorry, Bill. Your connection's breaking up. We're just gonna pretend you didn't say that.
So what about you, Bill? Anything outside of work, any hobbies that you
I
got?
mean, I'm a big Lego guy.
Okay.
As you can
Yeah.
see, I got on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have I go for like the nicer, bigger stuff. Like all the building sets, the really cool city sets. The big Voltron, the big 66 Batcave set, like all that kind of stuff. Glyos. I do some pins. I'm looking at me in the screen, and it's the opposite.
Doing the opposite way. Yeah.
Yeah. The pins. Some of those up there are mine. A lot of them are other pins, but.
So what's the longest that any set is of Legos is taking you to put together? Because some of those sound like they would be a massive undertaking.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say I have never sat down and done the whole thing at once, but that will be a lie. I sit down and do the whole set. It could take like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess maybe like 8 or 10 hours.
Yeah.
For one of the bigger sets. I had a couple of those larger, like a giant X-wing fighter and a
God, nice.
And not the TIE bomber, the TIE interceptor. Is that one? Yeah, they're like the bigger sets.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was never good at Legos because I can't follow directions that well. So
I was gonna say you don't have to read anything. There's no words on it.
Yeah, it's just pictures. It's just pictures.
I get so far into it, and then I'm like, I figure I can wing it from here, and then I end up with a whole bunch of leftover pieces. Yeah. Not so.
I love it when I get to a certain point in the Lego instructions, and I'm like, wait, why do I have so many of these pieces? Like, I'm like, all right, I gotta go back and find out what I missed.
Yeah, I just got to the point I was doing the like the Mega Block stuff with when they did the Masters of the Universe, and then they had a bunch of stuff with that, and I would just pay my kids to do it. Like, how much would it take for you to build a Castle Grayskull?
Wow, that's lazy.
I just want it, but I don't necessarily want to do it. So
wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think the longest one I ever put together was the Tower of Orthanc from Lord of the Rings. Like that.
Oh. Did you see that Rivendell set? Oh my god.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Fortunately / unfortunately, I sold all those off years ago. So I don't like. I feel the itch. I'm like, ooh, I want to get it, but I'm like, I don't have any of the other ones anymore.
You're buying Mythics instead, right?
There you go.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't a. It was. It wasn't. I'm not buying them because of Mythics, but yeah, Mythics is the predominant thing I spend my money on now.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
Brennan here says. He loves his Legos, but they take up so much space. Had to trim down for Legions. So
I get it.
got to make choices, man.
Accepted.
Yeah.
I do like getting the little blind bag mini figures when I
Oh
find
yeah,
them from time
those
to
are
time.
fun.
I've got like a whole little rack of those going.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I still have my original 1990-91 pirate ship, like the original Blackbeard's.
Cool. I have a
yeah.
lot of my original 70s space Lego.
Oh, nice. That's
Steve says he just brought out his Home Alone Lego house for decoration.
Ooh.
I did not know that they made a Home Alone Lego house.
Yeah, it's a big set.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huge.
Does it have like all the traps and stuff in it too?
I don't know. Chris bought a set. He bought.
Of course he did. That seems like the ultimate Chris toy.
Yeah.
It does.
My brother had a bunch of the 70s stuff, so I love the blue Lego spaceman. So I was so happy when they had Benny in the movie was the blue Lego spaceman with the broken helmet, because my brother was broken in the exact same way.
Oh yeah.
And so I use that
Nice.
on the show. Curtis and I do Friday nights. That's my character's image is the blue spacesuit, but he has a beard under it.
Nice. What are you guys in anything that you're into as far as movies, TV, books, any kind of lore that you're into?
Just finished watching Scavenger's Reign on HBO.
Okay.
It's this animated series. It's a one season. It's sci-fi thing. It's amazing.
Really? What's it about?
It's it's basically it takes place in the future. Earth is, I think they've left Earth, but it's the ship that crashes on a planet, and it's them surviving and trying to get off it. It's kind of a really pared down explanation. It's awesome. It's nothing like you would expect. It's really cool.
I just added it to the list. So
nice.
Cool.
And I just saw Godzilla -1.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone should see it.
Even though you had to read through the whole movie?
Oh yeah. Totally worth reading.
Yeah, I've heard really
tomorrow.
good things. Everybody that's gone to see it that I've talked to has loved it. So that's good. Nice. What about you, Sherri? Anything that you're into, whether it's TV shows, movies, books?
Wait for it.
It's coming. Baby.
Oh no.
Nope. Didn't get it. I see you're talking.
Yeah.
Don't
Can't hear
it.
you at all, Sherri.
Yep. See you, but don't hear you.
Yeah, it's not even delayed. There's just no sound.
Yep. Speaking of Godzilla, though, the Monarch on Apple TV, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah, it's
I haven't. What's that one?
It's basically like
Me?
a Godzilla series.
Let's see. You're asking me?
Yeah, we had a delay, but we hear you now.
Just a lot of decorating stuff, and then I just like to
I think you missed the question.
recipes. I watched a whole lot of TV recently, and I haven't been to the movies, so I need to step that up a little bit. And I think winter will be good for all of that.
Yeah.
I just
Gotcha.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Moving takes a lot out of you.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, but that Monarch series is basically like in the world of Godzilla and all the monsters and stuff, but
Okay.
it's like it's an actual series. So
Cool.
I don't know if you got
Okay.
Apple TV, but that's
I
worth
do.
checking out. So
I do.
It's set in the like the more modern movie world.
Oh, the Shin.
No, the one with that started off with like the Motus, you know, where they were in Japan burying under the nuclear power plant, and then they attacked San Francisco and stuff. It's set in that world.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's,
Okay.
it's fleshing out like the human side of the story and like that organization that is kind
Am
of
I back in or no?
behind everything.
yeah, we got you. There's just a delay, but we got you.
Yeah, there's a crazy delay.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. What else, Jesse?
I'm
back,
just
or
thinking that I missed
not
the last
back?
episode of Monarch. I'm
I'm just
sorry,
watching
my
a lot
brain's
of-
now
I'm
my
on-
brain's skipping.
Oh, you're fine. I've just been watching a lot of Christmas movies, so
just
just
that time.
like not nonstop. So especially after the Jacob Marley drop, I watched a bunch of the Christmas Carol versions and the black and white ones. I watched the Muppets, the Mickey Mouse, Scrooge, basically any version.
Every Christmas Carol iteration.
Pretty much, yeah. Because like you hear on like people talking about it after the drop, like telling what their favorite version is, and it's
Mr.
like,
Magoo.
yeah, it's like, oh, I haven't seen that one. Oh, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. And so then, I just end up watching all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, how else are you going to make your choice of which is the best one? You have to watch
exactly.
all of them.
Exactly.
Fair.
I gotta be fair. So, but I so far the one that I've enjoyed the most that I hadn't seen before is been the black and white 1951 version.
Alistair Sim.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one too.
Yeah, that's been my favorite so far that I hadn't already previously seen.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's been good. Wholesome Warlock says John McClane Christmas Carol. Not exactly. Yeah.
Ho.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that time of year, man. I'm eating up some Christmas stuff right now. So
yeah. Gotta get some.
And I'm over
Rankin
here
Bass out.
watching weird sci-fi and horror movies and stuff, and Kurt's like, just give me the Christmas stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to feel good for 1 month. Just give me 1 month where, I don't feel like I just don't want to talk to anybody.
I watched that Leave the World Behind that just came out on Netflix with Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke, and that was really interesting. It's this couple, they go to a rental home, and like electricity goes out, phones go out, and stuff starts happening. I don't know what's going on. It's very suspenseful and eerie, but really, really well acted. It was really interesting.
Cool.
Is that the one where like people show up and tell them that it's not their home or something?
It's the people that own the house, because they did like
Yeah.
the Airbnb or whatever. So it's like their home that they like rented out. So they went there to get away, and the people were like, we're going to come here because of whatever's happening.
Oh, okay.
But you're not
Gotcha.
sure if they're telling the truth or not. And yeah, it's very suspenseful and a lot of like emotional tension in it. It was really good.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Well, I did want to, we got about 27 people in the chat right now. Just did want to mention, I know we had talked previously about doing a giveaway for 500 subscribers. We are going to do that next week. So we've got several prizes lined up. I think what did we figure we were going to do one like every 15 minutes or every 20 minutes? I think it's 20
something
minutes.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like every 20 minutes we'll be doing a giveaway next week. So We'll announce our guest at the end of the show, but just so everybody
Aw.
is aware, we'll be doing a bunch of giveaways next week. We got some cool stuff, this year from Legions Con and Intern and from Toy Con and everything else, and some people have donated a few things too. So
Cool.
we'll have a bunch of cool giveaways for next week. So just FYI for
caught
everybody.
that too.
What's that?
Oh, it's kind of creepy.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I thought I heard
Oh,
I got a
okay.
shirt and then something was creepy.
I think she was talking about your Netflix show, your movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So now she's got like a 5-minute
Right.
delay.
Yeah, it's like a super delay now.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
What else, Jesse?
yeah. So real quick about that. Yeah. So we'll probably do like we did for the Paint It Up, where we'll drop some of the different prizes throughout the week, or at least building up to the weekend. And then you have to be present in the show to win.
Yep.
But that's all you got to do to be there.
There you go. And it'll all be Legions related prizes. So FYI. Okay. Anything else? Jesse, I know you were at ToyCon this weekend. You got anything to share from that you from the show that you saw, or
it was like Legions Con. I mean, I was pretty much with the Wolf King table right next to the Horseman table the whole time. So getting to talk to new people who, are coming to these shows, where it's not focused on Mythic Legion. So getting to teach some people about how the figures work and what the customizing stuff is. And then people like immediately go down the Horseman line and, either don't come back to the Wolf King because they spent all their money there or whatever. But it was just, I love Legions Con because, I know it's been said over and over, but like that family reunion vibe of it, which
definitely.
Having gone to the first one I went to 2 years ago, I can't believe it's only been 2 years I've been in here. I feel like I've gotten so plugged in and connected to so many people, but doing these other shows like that and Zolo and RetroCon and stuff and getting to help introduce people to it is really cool. And just the different venues, just the way the ebb and flow of things, the way that people are and everything is just really cool.
Yeah. Joe, sorry, we will not be giving away a mullet Superman next week.
Oh,
only Legion stuff. But mullet Superman is the best version of Superman. So there you go.
what if someone customizes a mythic figure as a mullet Superman?
That'll work then.
All right, Joe, you got 6 days. Get us a mullet Superman and we'll give it away.
Get on it, Joe.
No, Joe, you work a lot. That is not an actual prompt. Sorry, Joseph said we need Sherri back sometime later. Do like an hour Sherri special. Well, yeah, if time and connection allow, Sherri, we'll get you back on at some point.
Or just do like Stephanie saying, get her a whiteboard. So you can just write her answers and hold it up.
The answers would,
Worked at McFarland.
Get Chris to set everything up for her so you can use the.
She's going to get a whiteboard, I bet.
Yeah. We'll have to do it like the lair where we send out the questions ahead of time, and she can just hold up the answers.
At the appropriate time. Yeah.
Help me.
Oh, she's being held hostage.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Thank
you for being such a champ with us tonight, Sherri.
It's probably the cats up at BB Props. They're probably holding her hostage.
Yeah.
They're wanting. They got into the catnip and.
You see, she's not turned into the corner. Ziri's just in the corner.
Speaking of which, we don't have a lot of mullets in Mythic Legions. That's something.
You want more Legions mullets?
Oh no! It looks like Curtis's microphone has malfunctioned.
What's wrong with Legion mullets? Uh,
Uh,
come on now.
Mullet Legions,
I mean,
just all figures with
it's-
mullet.
Yeah.
Someone was asking for a Florida Man figure obscura. There you go.
Oh, let's see. What is Brendan saying here? Brought a dwarf kit and a Grinch kit from Len. Went down to the Legion's table. Bought the swig and dwarf reinforcement to custom. So there you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I do want to say that, it hyping some Wolf King stuff. He had a bunch of new head sculpts on display that will be hitting the website soon. There was like a gorilla, some sort of lion, a like kind of like, I don't know what.
What's that now?
I think that was from 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was from 20 minutes ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, so for folks who are into customizing, stay tuned to the Wolf King stuff. He's got some, I want to say he had at least 8 or 9 new heads that are going to be coming to the site soon. So
Beautiful.
Cool.
Beautiful.
I love hearing Sherry's laughter just crack through. Like
Yeah.
that's making it's such a genuine laugh. I love hearing it come through.
What about shipping updates, Jesse? The next thing is what? Poxus that's going to be coming. Is that correct?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you're usually in touch with the shipping updates.
I know last I saw is the same as everybody else on sourcehorseman.com.
No.
That what is it, beginning of the new year, I think. Poxus says we expect Store Horseman pre-orders to begin shipping in January of 2024. So
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes they get to customs and they stay there for a little while. So
Oh, okay.
not customizers, customs like in the port.
customs at the port, yeah. They sometimes hold on to our stuff for a little while for whatever reason they feel like.
That's good.
So even though we might have, it's on the sea, it's going to hit the port then, it should be shipped over to us. Sometimes it sits there. We have no control over what they want to do with it at customs.
Is there any figures from that wave that you're particularly looking forward to?
At the Poxus?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? The main bad guy.
Oh, Poxus?
Poxus.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine is the brute scale orc, the Tharnog.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to him. I got several of that one, and I'm looking to get all the fur pieces off of them and then see, kind of what customizing options are available and stuff. So I think that one's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
About you, Jesse?
Thrace Wraithaler. She's the one.
Awesome.
I mean,
She's
they're
cool.
all awesome.
Really?
She's top of my list.
Yeah, she's cool.
And we'll try. What about
Great
you,
pop.
Sherry? Anything from the Poxus wave you're looking forward to? Mm-hmm.
She
Yep.
is looking forward to something.
She is looking forward to Poxus. That works. Well, while we wait for that, we got Rick here says Ogre Scale Demon, the Asa Hazar. He
Yeah.
definitely is cool. So he's one I was super impressed with when they first showed. Like, he's one that I didn't feel like I needed more than one of because he's so unique, so specific that I don't know that I would need more.
Mm.
But that one is going to be one of my favorite figures. So yeah.
I got the two, so I gotta have them behind him, like reaching out like they're connecting, and then he's like somehow like merging from the two of them.
Forming form of.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You take your Azar, you take your Zazar, and you cut them both in half, right? And you glue them together. So one side's yellow, one side's blue. And then there you go. Maybe don't glue them all the way together. You have them spread apart a little bit with like some hot glue mixed in between them. And you color it so that it looks like they're pulling back together. Wonder Twin powers activate. There you go.
Well,
form of disgusting demon.
Yeah, that whole wave is great. I love the colors in it, the soft goods, the new characters, like you said, the brute scale ogre. I can't wait to get that to play with. The Kalazir the Jinn is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jesse, the one that Jesse's who's pretty.
Well, there you go. Sherri also likes Thrace. 20 minutes later. So that works.
Cool. I had a feeling that was going to be Sherri.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a goth chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just interesting with her. What do they call her? Was it an Umengeist or something like that? Like a new race. It's like a new like subset of characters. And
I don't
read. But yeah, she's great. Like I got to get a couple of her because I'll keep one as is, and then a couple to customize into other things. But I'll say this for folks that are watching: if you haven't seen it or haven't got it yet, you're not too late. If you can click this link here and go to storehorseman.com, the Jacob Marley, not the all-in, but the individual figure, the cards, the mug, and the original Father Christmas figure obscure are still available for in-stock purchases.
Oh, wow.
And of course, the Rising Suns is up for pre-order still for about a month.
Yeah. Cool.
So go get your Jacob Marley and your Father Christmas.
Do it.
And you're all in for Rising Suns. Along
gift
with
cards.
Like 10 extra packs of dwarves. All right. Well, Jesse, anything else, or is that kind of about a show?
I do have a question. We're going to roll it back to one of our early questions that we would throw out.
Sure.
How many chuggas before a choo-choo?
Good question.
About 6 3/4. To 6 7/8.
It seems like a lot.
I like that one.
You got to build up
get
a
the
tolerance.
choo-choo in the middle of that last blast. Yeah, all right. I get it. Yeah.
I'm a 4 chugga guy. I'm a chugga choo-choo. So, yeah, I'm a 4 chugga guy.
That's
Sherri, how many chuggas? How many chuggas before a choo-choo? Bellet says 2 chuggas.
2 chuggas.
2 chuggas. It doesn't seem like enough steam.
Depends on who the conversation. If it's a short conversation, and just like we got the chugga choo-choo over here, but if I'm like actually telling a story, you got to go all 4 or 6 3/4.
Yeah,
really build the ambiance.
I mean, if you were like, let's say that you had a DeLorean on the tracks and you needed the train to push you up to 88 miles an hour.
You want to wait that long for my answer?
Sherri's gonna have like 67 chuggas. Oh shoot. Getting some 4s in the chat. Thomas said that his wife said 6, so he's 2, she's 6. They're averaging 4. Getting a lot of 4s in the chat. So,
and just because it's a fun question, I'm going to throw it out here for you, Bill. And if Sherri comes back, we'll try with her. What is there more of in the world, windows or doors?
Windows.
Windows. Okay. I don't know if you heard that one, Sherri. windows or doors? Which of there
No.
is more of?
I don't think no is an answer.
Doors.
She's like, are these the dumbass
Doors?
questions I've been missing the whole time?
This is what I came here for.
But we know she's hearing us. She said doors? You said doors, Sherri? Oh, she's writing it.
Doors.
Okay.
Yes.
Doors. Okay. Okay. We got a team doors and a team windows. All right.
Well, there you go.
Well, we know where Joe stands.
Under the window, waiting for you to leave.
We saw you go through that window. Nah, it's a door.
It's the door now.
Yeah.
If I can fit through it, it's a door.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, folks, it has been great having you on. We appreciate it.
You're
You know,
welcome.
thanks for kind of bearing with us. Know we had some kind of technical difficulties, but appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and it was a lot of fun. And just thanks for everything you guys do. You guys do an amazing job. We can't say enough how appreciative we are for everything that you bring to this community, especially around this time of year, like, you know, leading up to Legions Con. You know, we say it each year as far as, you know, what you guys do leading up to Intern and G-Con and Legions Con. And, you know, for those of you that haven't been at Intern, you know, you walk in there and with everything these folks got going on, they still welcome you in there with open arms, and they're just nice and kind and you know, they don't act like you're a burden to them, even though I know that there's a lot of stress going around. So we just appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate that too. I mean, without the fan community, like, what do we have to do?
Yeah.
You guys, you know, the reason we're around is because you guys are around. So yeah, opening our doors and having you guys come in for an intern for a day and the G-Con stuff. I mean, yeah, it's a little stressful, but it's what we do. So it's cool it's kind of cool, like, to get the live action response to what we're doing. Like, I remember one thing that struck. What was that?
I think she said thank you.
Oh, so one thing that struck me was during the intern for a day when I think Jesse, you mentioned the Ziri face. I was painting that actually when the crowds were being taken through, and she was kind of turned, so all you could see was the plain side of the face. And then as I was working, I just was like, I'll show it to them, and I turned to face the Ziri to everyone. And there was like this rolling, whoa, like no one, because it was a new face on the statue. Like I think everybody was expecting just the toy standard face on it, because I changed it to a new one. So that I was like, oh, cool, they like it. Like, I just kind of didn't know how that reaction would be, and it was just to get that live action response to what I was doing right there was cool.
Yeah, because normally you're working on stuff that we don't see till months and months later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. That's cool. Beautiful.
Very cool. Well, we really appreciate both of you taking your time out of your evening and spending it with us and the community that's watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Yeah, it was cool just hanging out and chatting.
Absolutely. Yeah. And make sure tomorrow when you're back at work, you tell Cookie happy birthday for us.
I definitely will.
And to get a better Wi-Fi connection for Sherri.
Yes, somebody get Sherri Wi-Fi for Christmas.
There you go. All right. Well, we're gonna put you backstage. If you got to go, that's fine. If not, hang out. We'll be right back with you, and we're just gonna close out the show, and then we'll be right back with you. So
thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Later.
Another
weekly show in the books, Jesse. We've almost made it a full year.
49. We've got 3 more to go to get to 52, and then it's the new year. A lot of new coming next year. I'm gonna spoil this. Curtis set the wheels in motion to get a new theme song for the show, and I really want to use it as soon as possible, but we are holding off until the first show in the new year. It is an awesome new theme song. I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So a whole new intro and everything coming up. So thank you, Curtis, for making that happen. And
Yeah.
we'll make
think we got
full announcements
new-
on that later.
I think we got a new art for, don't we too, or no?
Not yet. I mean,
Okay.
I already updated it a little bit on a while ago, but it'll be a similar but new look for next year.
Okay.
Speaking of new, next
You
weekend,
got to get my top knot in there, right?
yeah. Well, you gotta. We got Van Johnson coming to the shelf next weekend for
The
our
Vanimal.
500 subscriber giveaway. So we'll be, like we said earlier, we'll be making announcements of what the prizes will be. So tune in at 8 p.m. next week, and we'll be doing prizes. I imagine we'll do like a wheel to pick what prize, and then do a wheel for the hashtag to get that going. So we'll come back next week for that. Meantime, if you're interested, like you said, go to storehorseman.com, get your Jacob Marley, get your Father Christmas, pre-order your Rising Suns, or gift cards for gifts for people who collect legions in your life. And until next time,
What's on your shelf? It's just spinning. We are having so many problems. It's just spinning, man.
is it going to end?
It says an error occurred. Wait a minute, and then try again. So we're not over.
I mean, we might be over.